So welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you here. Who are you waving at?
My family.
Hello, family.
My mom, my sister, and my roommate.
Do they live in L.A.?
No. Well, my roommate does, obviously. She's
Yeah,
my
that'd
roommate.
be silly.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be. But my mom lives in Phoenix, and my sister lives in Detroit.
Oh, that's great. You flew in for this. Fantastic.
My sister watches your show a lot, and I made a promise to her that if I ever came on your show, it would be, she's pregnant right now. I know she's hating this right now that I'm talking about it. But her final trimester started yesterday, and it was the last day she could fly that I found out I was on, so.
What?
What? She's pregnant.
No, I know pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm not. I know pregnant. But she
you
shouldn't be flying right now.
Well, one day is not going to make a difference.
It's random, these things. Look, the labor nurse is already upset. She's looking at me like she shouldn't be here.
Fine, right? No, it's
Well,
not fine?
at least we have the labor nurse here, which is good, in case she goes into... And we also always have an OBGYN on call right here. Nate, he's ready. I still feel bad about this. Y'all move to the luxury box so I can keep an eye on you. Will you come down here? That's going to be cozy. I just want to keep an eye on you, and I want Nancy to watch you, too. Nancy, keep an eye on her. All right, so your family is Polish, I heard. Mm-hmm. And what does that mean? Do you have, are there Polish words that you grew up with that you...
That's the funny thing about Polish people is a lot of the Polish people I've met use Polish words when they're growing up, and specifically when I was growing up, I didn't know the American words for some things, so we always called, like, a comforter a pajina, so when I would stay the night at a friend's house, I'd say, do you have a pajina? And no one would really know what I'm talking about. And they do that for a lot of things, like slippers are paczkis and donuts are punchkis and your butt
Wait, slippers are paczkis and donuts are punchkis?
Yeah, so be careful with those ones.
Yeah, don't put your foot in a punchki.
Yeah.
That would feel squishy.
Your butt is your dupa, which they always said.
Your butt is your dupa?
Yeah.
So you'd say you have a super dupa?
Yeah. That was super dupa. And it's fun. It's more fun than saying butt, so.
Yeah. It is now. I'd never thought of that before, but dupa is what I'll use from now on.
Okay.
Yeah. So you put a diaper on a dupa? And
yeah.
There's so many things you can do with a dupa. So, all right, but how old do you play? Because I thought you looked really young on Deadwood even. What do you play on your show?
I play 17, and I was about 17 on Deadwood as well.
Uh-huh. And how old are you really?
24.
Mm-hmm. You say that reluctantly.
Because I'm turning 25, and I just wanted to remember if I had or had not turned 25 yet.
And what is your birthday? I'll help you out.
It's embarrassing because it's in July, so.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you have not turned 25 yet. I'll tell you that right now.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. A little slow in the kagoonchka. Because your dogs are adorable, and I love that you rescue little dogs. Tell the story. First, this is the one you first had, right?
I rescued 2 this year. This is Lola, our first rescue, who would actually come to work. I know, isn't she sweet?
How old is she?
Fox. She's 2.
Uh-huh.
And she's, a wonderful rescue. I actually lucked out because a lot of the rescues are a little neurotic and have had some street time, so.
Yeah. That'll ruin them. The street time really, it hurts them.
It will.
Yeah.
Keeps them on edge.
And so you've had her for how long?
Since July.
Okay.
She's almost 2.
And so that's when you turned 24, by the way, in July.
Yes. I got her for my birthday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, you can remember, and she'll...
help me.
Okay. All right, and then what made you get this cute little thing?
Mr. Shakes. We got Mr. Shakes because we wanted a friend for Lola, and I had to rescue him, so I took him home, and I've been trying to rehabilitate him because he's always in the garbage, and he's a scavenger, and he's really paranoid, and like when we watch TV, he'll sit in front of the television staring at us. Hours. Lola's like sprawled out, and she's comfortable, and he's just... And I always am saying, Shaky, either get in your bed or get on the couch, but don't just sit there and stare at us because it really bugs me out, but he's...
And then what does he say?
He just...
He sounds adorable.
He's great.
Oh, that's actually, I got a dog, the same thing. I just so screwed up from being abused and everything, but I had him for 13 years. He was the greatest dog in the world, and it takes some time to work with him, but it's worth it. It actually. All right, we have to go, and don't panic. Your sister's in labor. No. Veronica Mars is on Tuesdays at 9 on UPN. We're going to continue Tara Reid's Search for Love right after this. Thanks so much for being here. You get it? Ring my bell?
I got it.
Did you get it?
It was really nice.
Really clever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear that a lot? The song plays or something like that?
Listen, I expected nothing less.
Oh, good, good. I'm glad we didn't disappoint. Congratulations, you're engaged to Dax Shepard from Parenthood, who is
right.
fantastic.
Parenthood around
and Dax.
And Dax, yeah.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful, wonderful man. I'm very happy to be engaged.
Oh, well, good. So, and he did the sweetest thing for you because I know you love animals like I love animals.
I do.
And your favorite animal is?
The sloth.
Tell me why it is the sloth.
It certainly is. Well, because they're just because they're perfect. Because it's like combining a monkey and a pig with the brain of an earthworm and the reflexes of your grandmother. And they sort of just like hook onto something and hang upside down. I just love their faces so much.
You've always loved them?
I've always loved them. And you can YouTube videos.
Oh, there's a lot of them, yeah.
They'd see them getting a bath, see them hanging out in the wild. They're so cute.
And so Dax did something really sweet.
He certainly did. Well, one of the many sweet things he's done. So I turned 31 this past summer, and he said, I'm gonna get you a present that no one else will ever get in their lifetime. And I was confused and thought, okay. So the day of my birthday, we're sitting in the living room, and I hear a knock at the door, and he says, your present's here. Why don't you go grab the dogs and go in the back room? And I had no context for knowing what it was. But I grabbed the dogs, walk into the back room of the house, and I immediately was overcome, and I thought, there's a sloth near. There's a sloth here, it's close, it's gonna happen. And I didn't know how to process that because my entire life had been waiting for this moment where I would get to interact, I'm serious, with the sloth. And first thing you should know about me, if I'm not between a 3 and a 7 on the emotional scale, I'm crying.
You're crying if it's
too sad, I'm crying if I'm too excited.
Happy.
Always.
So between 3 and 7 is you're fine.
It's a good zone.
Okay.
And right now, I'm at like a 6, 9, 7, so we're lucky that I'm not crying right now because I'm excited to be here.
Good.
So I am sitting on my bed, knowing that a sloth is here.
Where are you now on the scale?
11.
Wow.
I start to have a full-fledged panic attack. I don't know how to compete with all this emotion, so I just kind of crawl up on the bed, and I'm crying so hard, and Dax knocks on the door, and he has a video camera, and he's like, surprise, I want you to come out into the, are you all right? And sees me basically fetal on the bed, and I think
you brought a little footage of that.
It's embarrassing.
I cannot wait to see it.
It's worth watching.
Yes.
Because it's embarrassing. So we can take a look. Oh, there's a little sloth.
There one is. All right, let's watch the, oh no.
I wasn't joking. I was absolutely...
How did you guess that? I don't know. You're so sad that one's coming to your party. Do you want to come be a part of setting up his little habitat?
He's coming for the party?
Later that evening, and they had set up a little habitat of like, it's essentially a jungle gym, and he or she just hung out on the jungle gym for like 3 hours. There she is, her name was Melon. I mean, I needed to be sedated clearly during that video. But the thing about sloths that kills me is it's just like they're not cuddly.
Yeah.
It's such a trick because you want to snuggle
Except for
with
the one that I got for you today. let's bring out the cutest sloth.
didn't.
No, I just wanted to see. We're gonna take a break.
Oh, why would you do that?
I know. It was horrible. It was horrible. You've already had a sloth. You don't need another one. All right.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
We'll take a break. We'll be back. No sloth is gonna be here. We'll be back. We're back with the wonderful Kristen Bell. And so the movie is Big Miracle. It's based on a true story, which you had heard of the story before you did the movie, right?
I had, yeah. It took place in 1988, and it was basically about the rescue of these 3 gray whales. And the story caught on like wildfire because we didn't have a ton of journalistic outlets. You just had the nightly news in the paper, and everyone covered it. And it basically was the rescue of these 3 gray whales. And there's so few times in history where everybody sort of collectively wakes up and blinks at the same time, and everyone came together and saved them. And I remember the story because I was very into whales when I was growing up, and I'd sponsored a whale. Like you can send away at the World Wildlife Federation and things like that, where you can send them $5 a month, and they send you a picture of the fluke whenever it comes above the water. I mean, it could have been anyone's fluke. I don't know that it was my particular whale, but.
Right. All right, so you love web videos as much as I do, and you brought a web video to share with us.
I did.
This
is the Kung Fu auditions for a film that I haven't been able to figure out what it is, but if anybody knows, please, I'm sure it's brilliant. And it's just, you know, it's a wonderful audition masterpiece that goes wrong.
Someone who is trying to do Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Still trying to do it.
The commitment. We can learn something.
Still trying to do it as he falls out of frame.
I hope he got the job.
Yeah, I hope
be
someone.
honest.
Yeah, I'd like to know what movie that was also. Hilarious. All right, to see that entire video, go to my Yahoo Shine page. Big Miracle is in theaters this Friday. I want to thank Kristen Bell, Simon Baker, Victoria Azarenka, and Adrian. I'll see you tomorrow. Be kind to one another. And happy birthday, Portia. Bye. Hi, how you feeling there?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you really?
I do, honestly. Well, just watching that clip, I realized I might have had more hormones prior to getting pregnant than I do pregnant, but...
Yeah. I'm a little nervous about if you're that excited about a sloth, what this baby's gonna do to you, because, you know...
I honestly have no idea.
Will you love it as much as a sloth, do you think?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
You don't love anything more than a sloth, except Dax, maybe.
I do love to, and you know, and that's, in all fairness, it was 50% of the breakdown, I think, is attributed to going like, oh my gosh, my significant other went to these great lengths to make this happen, and so that's why I was kind of...
Yeah. If you haven't seen the whole thing, you should go to our website to see the entire thing, because you were really hysterically crying over the fact that a sloth was there.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
So...
We call it a panic attack. But
it wasn't a panic attack. You were excited. You were crying because you were so happy.
I was.
Because you were like a 7 or a 10 or what?
Yeah, I was a full-blown 10.
You were a 10.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, so the baby is due what time period?
End of spring.
End of spring.
So I've got a hot minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you know if it's? Are you finding out the sex of the baby?
We did find out the sex.
You do know.
Yeah. But we're keeping it our
so
secret.
now you're thinking of. Yeah, I'm not going to ask you that. Is it a boy?
That's right.
Are you thinking of names?
We thought of a couple names, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's hard until you actually see the baby to know what you're gonna
Oh, it's not
name
going to look like that at all its life. Don't name it Crinkly Thing or something, you know, like...
They do look like earthworms when they're born.
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
So how can you know the name when you look at it?
I don't know. I mean, does instinct take over?
You're asking, I don't know.
I'm just as clueless.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you're excited about it.
I am,
Are you gonna do a natural childbirth?
I got nothing to prove.
No.
No way.
No.
I mean, I I feel like when I arrive at the hospital, I want like a glass of whiskey, I want the epidural in my back, and I want to be hit in the face with a baseball bat and just wake me up when it's over. Because
Wow.
I've seen the videos and it looks terrifying.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
It sure does. And then people do it again, so it mustn't be that bad.
Right, I guess so. Well, I feel like maybe if you've had an enjoyable pregnancy, because I've had a lot of really good like dopamine hormones, my self-esteem has never been higher.
Really?
Yeah, and I look in the mirror and I think it's like the reverse body dysmorphia, because I can understand what my shape is, but I see Brooke Shields. And I just think, yes. And it doesn't make a lick of sense, but for something that the baby's giving me hormonally makes me feel really giggly and happy. And,
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And Dax is excited about all this?
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
In different ways than I am, yeah. He is just thinking about all the off-roading he'll have in this tiny partner.
So it's a boy?
Maybe? Do you have to be a boy to off-road?
Not really,
Absolutely
but
not.
you jumped to that conclusion, though.
I think he's gonna force, even if it's a sloth,
No matter
to
what it
off-road.
is?
Yes,
All
we
right.
can.
And so now you, I think it's a boy now all of a sudden.
think you
Yeah,
do?
I really do.
Maybe.
And now what about the doggies? Are they
They're loving it.
Yes?
They're loving it. I don't know if they like pillows though, so I don't know if they just think that I've like sort of been moshed with a pillow, but this is how Dax is preparing. We got a baby Bjorn for Christmas.
that dog looks
And
frightened?
he does. You know what? I like to title this photo, Son Helps Father Prepare for Newborn. Because he did get in there willingly. He didn't know what was going on,
Yeah.
but...
But then once he was that high, he probably didn't think he'd be walking around like that.
No, he just went limp.
Yeah, I
And
know.
he said, I'm here for you. But they let us do crazy things to
Yeah, I
them.
know.
So
You dressed him up.
That's Lola loving the pillow, yeah.
That's her name, Lola?
Lola, yeah,
That's a
that's
good
Lola.
name. And then you dressed your dogs up like Downton Abbey, didn't you?
I did for Halloween, of course.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
That's
They
so,
of Downton
course.
Abbey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're big fans?
They're big fans.
Yeah.
They like, and they're very mischievous. They like Thomas and O'Brien, who's pictured. And yeah, I went and I was really excited about that. I got a hairpiece for Lola and I spiraled it. And it took me a long time to find that children's military coat for Shaky.
Really?
Whew.
Yeah. You find that the children aren't in the military that often.
They're not taking them this young
No,
anymore.
not this young
no,
yet.
This is a real
No.
vintage one.
All right, we have to take a break, and we're going to talk about House of Lies. And I have a surprise for you, because you're going to have a baby, so I have a surprise.
Do I need to be scared?
You should, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be right back. That's Kristen Bell and House of Lies. Now, how are they they're shooting around your pregnancy?
Ooh, they're doing the best they can. They're doing the best they can. I'm sitting at my desk a lot this season. I've always got some sort of paperwork that I'm really interested in that comes up to about here.
Large paperwork.
Large
Yeah.
paperwork, and I'm always carrying a box or like a huge big bag.
Yeah.
And then we also have a post-production guy on set that actually looks to make sure my shirt is correctly positioned so that he can just take it out.
Oh, wow.
In post,
They can do that.
They sure can.
That's fancy. All right, you ready for your surprise?
Yes.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared. I mean, I'm not scared, but.
Yeah. What if it was really a sloth
What if
this
you-
time?
Well, what if you like made me change the sloth's
I have
diaper
a
or something
nurse
and I had
standing
to-
by somewhere because
If I deliver?
If you deliver, okay?
Okay.
And her name is Lola. How weird is that? Come on out.
No, this is really the sloth Lola. I know there's a sloth in LA named Lola. Oh God!
Don't touch it again. Here, hand it a banana. Don't get too close because.
Because they move really quick, you
Well,
guys
they
know.
do bite.
Just joking. Yes, they do. And they
So-
do have, look at their teeth. I don't know if
Look.
you can get a shot of it, but they have teeth
Yeah.
like bats,
Oh,
like
yeah.
really
Yeah, you have to put it
strong.
right in her mouth. Uh-oh.
There you go, Lola.
Okay, look at that.
Can you see how, oh, there you go. Oh, Lola. Oh, Lola. The whole thing, sure. You're
How about
great
that?
Too. Oh, Lola. And they make gross chewing sounds. Like, it's as if they have no saliva. Can you hear it?
I can. But
It's pretty gnarly.
don't
No.
criticize
I'm
the
sorry.
sloth.
I'm sorry, Lola. I'm sorry. Oh, it's really. You know what? I
What?
knew there was a sloth living in Los Angeles named Lola.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how I knew that, but I think because I've acquired all this weird sloth information since the whole, the thing that went down.
Right.
And I know there's a sloth named Lola. I know there's one named Melon, one named Pokey.
So you know a lot about it. You know that they literally hang upside down all the time, and they only climb down to go to the bathroom once a week. Once a week.
Wouldn't that be great?
No.
I don't know. Sometimes going to the bathroom's a big waste of time. You gotta get going, and you're like, I gotta stop down.
But it's got to anticipate when it's going to go, because you know how slowly it has to crawl down a tree.
Forever.
This actually is kind of a representative, an ambassador to remind everybody about deforestation, because we're losing these guys because of all the trees. So she's used to being around people, and she's used to noise. But they just hang upside down all the time. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Look at the stomach muscles that thing has holding itself up like that. That's pretty impressive, right?
And it's those nails, too.
All right. I have, those are long nails. It needs to go to the salon. All right, I have some gifts for the baby. Let's bring out the basket for the...
Who cares about the baby?
Yeah, who cares about the baby? All right, we have all kinds of sloth things and piggy parking, which we didn't talk about, but you know what that is, all right?
I do.
Okay, and then when you want to dress little, whatever his name is going to be, we have a sloth outfit.
Do you think it's inappropriate if I ask the doctor to go right from here and into this?
Not at all.
Before it's even on my chest?
Not at all.
It's not inappropriate because
No.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
All right, House of Lies airs Sunday nights at 10 on Showtime. We'll be right back. Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you back. Last time you were here, you had a baby inside of you.
I certainly did.
And now it's outside of you.
It is.
How old is she? She's a girl.
She's a girl.
I predicted a girl.
She's a girl. You didn't. You predicted a boy.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever.
So,
she is just
one of
over
the two.
2 months.
2 months old.
Yeah.
And how is it?
It's actually better than I expected. It's
Really?
pretty wonderful, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Better than a sloth?
Is she watching? Is she here? I'm sure it's better than a sloth.
Yeah, I'm sure it is too. So, and then how's Dax as a dad?
Like, the best. It's like he's just made a new best friend. He just talks to her all day and sings to her all day, and it's wonderful.
That's sweet.
Yeah,
That's
it's
sweet.
nice.
Now, of course, we wanted to, there's a picture of the two of you. We wanted a picture of the baby, but you're not
That's us.
showing a picture of the baby. You're waiting until it's her choice to.
Yeah, well, we're not quite positive that she wants to be a public figure yet, so we're gonna leave that up to her. And if she wants to, she can do a bunch of selfies. Who cares?
Yeah, that's
but,
right.
We're just not gonna make that decision for her.
All right. But does she look anything like, well, let's just show a picture and let's say, does she cuter than that? Is she cuter than that?
She's close.
That's a baby sloth. I mean, have you seen a baby sloth before?
Only in pictures
Yeah.
and video.
And
There's
then-
nothing cuter than a baby
No.
sloth.
What about a bucket of baby sloths? There's a bucket
Oh,
of baby sloths.
jeez. I mean, come on. Look at those dingbats.
if you want to rescue a dog, I found a dog that looks just like a sloth.
Wait, if you did, I will take it.
I swear, and I'll show it to you during the break. If somebody will bring me my phone during the break, and there's a dog that looks just like a sloth, and I
Three's the
thought of
legal
you.
limit. I only have 2.
Fantastic. It needs a home.
I've looked it up.
It's cute, and it looks like a sloth.
This is a possibility.
All right, good. His name is Harry. He's cute, and he needs a home. I'll show you,
Okay.
and I'll put it on the website. All right, so just describe, we're not going to get a picture, but describe to me what the baby looks like, and I'm going to try to, does it have a round head or more like an egg shape? Or?
No, a round head, nice round fat head.
Okay. The eyes big and round, or kind of like slits, or?
Kind of like slits, believe it or not. I mean, that's a weird word, but yeah,
Yeah.
they're a little bit inset.
Eyelashes or no?
Big long eyelashes.
All right.
Chubby cheeks, but more chubby towards the bottom, as if she was sort of being shot to space. And
And the hair or no
like
hair?
that. Like 3 strands.
On the top?
More like what a balding man would be. More like just here.
Oh, all right.
Just more on the sides.
Okay. 3 on each side then? And nose, fat, thin, what kind of nose?
Sort of just baby nose. You know, they all have those little snub noses that kind of look the same.
All right.
It doesn't, I don't know what her nose looks like
What
yet.
about the mouth?
A bow mouth, like a bow, like, you know, where it comes like 2 triangles.
Yeah.
And then kind of slope down.
Like kind of pouty like that?
Yeah.
All right. And then
What do
any
we
other
got?
features, any freckles or anything like that?
No. She is usually really smiley despite the downward, because I think that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
All
in
right.
her. What do we got?
Does she look anything like that? Those are the cheeks.
Ellen, I told you I didn't want to show a picture of her. Look at this gobbler.
Well, you said she had cheeks like that.
It's strikingly close to what she looks like.
What's her name?
Lincoln.
Lincoln. Now, that's an interesting name.
O-L-N. Yeah. You know, it's always been Dax's favorite name.
I'll just sign it so
He's
that when
bigger than me,
you bring it
so-
home, you can frame it.
Of course, are you kidding? Of course we will.
Yeah. Why Lincoln?
Well, it's always been Dax's favorite name, and he's substantially bigger than I am, so I lost.
I see.
What are you gonna do?
Now, has the baby changed your life in any way that you are surprised, or did you, like, are you staying home more now?
Definitely staying home more. It's a lot of fun to hang out with her. But actually, you know, we've had to go through all these, because, you know, we're not married.
I know, and I tell people why. I really admire you for this.
Well, I mean, there's no admiration needed. It's simply something we believe in, but we're not getting married until gay marriage passes in California. It's like, I mean, I hate to even clap for it because I don't, it's, equal rights are equal rights, and
Right.
the bottom line is like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Equal rights, guys. I mean, it's 2013 for crying out loud. But one thing we've learned since having the baby is that prior to this, he got me a nice piece of jewelry. I wear it. We have been fine not being legally married. But there are a crazy amount of steps that you have to go to ensure. What if someone's on a ventilator? What do you do with your will? Where does the money go? All these things about raising a child that made it very real for us, that now we feel firsthand why we're fighting for it.
That's fantastic.
You know
It's
what I
true. I
mean?
don't think people understand what you have to do.
You don't, and
I love that.
it can be done, but it's too frustrating and it's not necessary. People
Yeah.
should, if you have a child or love each other, you should be able to get married, period.
Yep. Well, great. Good for you for understanding that, because a lot of people just don't think about all the things that we have to do when we don't have that.
It's hard not to do it firsthand, but man, try it firsthand and it's like, oh yeah,
yeah.
think about other people once in a while.
You're wonderful people, the two of you. All right, so let's take a break. We'll talk about the Veronica Mars movie, which you're breaking records on the amount of money you raised. And we'll be back. We'll talk about the movie. We're back with Kristen Bell, and this is the dog, and it's at a pet store on La Cienega here called Spot, and it needs a home. And this is the dog. So it needs a home. It's at Spot on La Cienega in Los Angeles. Anyway, let's talk about you now, but let's get this dog rescued also.
Okay.
So
Both.
Veronica Mars, so tell us about, first of all, you raised a lot of money. A lot of money.
chunk of change.
So it's happening.
Yeah. Oh, it's happening.
Oh, it's happening.
We're pulling
It's
the
on.
trigger. Yes, June 17th we start. We're very excited. You know, from the day Veronica Mars was canceled, we had always wanted to make a movie or just, I don't know, reincarnate the show. We just loved it so much. And the studio was kind of never interested. It wasn't a very big numbers show. It didn't make sense. And then this Kickstarter platform came out where you can basically ask people to fund any project and it's up to them. And they basically, you pre-sell anything. You can do a movie or a video game or a music album, whatever. And we made that video like a year and a half ago, or almost 2 years ago, I guess, and brought it to the studio, and they still were like, this is a very iffy thing to do. And then finally, someone this fall said like, hey, by the way, why don't we do that thing? And we were like, ugh. And Rob wrote the script, and it's awesome. We asked for $2 million to make it. We were gonna go so bare bones, and we made $1 million in the first day, and we wrapped at 5.7 million. And
5.7 million. That's amazing.
we're thrilled. I mean, we all get along like gangbusters, so we're excited, and it just means we can make a better movie, and we broke a bunch of records, and we give, you also give gifts away. Like you can, like $25 is a T-shirt, or $50 is like a download of the movie the day it comes out. And there's a ton of stuff. We gave away tickets to the premiere. It's borderline prostitution. It's like tickets to the premiere, tickets to the set. Every day someone new comes to have lunch with us on the set, because we were like everything to get it made. I'm positive that I have to sleep with someone. I don't know who yet. I haven't truthfully read through all of it, but I think there's a Tristan Cabo San Lucas auctioned off, and hopefully it went for a lot. I don't know.
Well, it shows what the fans can do, because it really just, sometimes networks and studios don't give a project enough credit for, you know, what the fans want.
Yeah, and sometimes they give them too much credit, and it comes out, and we're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But this is really just puts it in the hands of the people that are going to watch it.
Yeah.
So it's a lovely equal opportunity. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
You get something cool, and you get to see, if you want to see a project, you put money into it. If you don't, you don't have to.
Exactly. It's a great idea. All right, let's talk about your hosting for the second year in the row CMT Awards, which is
correct.
You love doing it.
I do.
Yeah.
Hosting's really fun.
Isn't it?
Did you know?
Yeah. It's real fun.
I mean, I had no idea, but I had
Yeah.
such a blast last year. I was very nervous, but then it turned out to be so much fun, and I'm coming back.
Yeah. Now, will you sing again this year?
I think they are doing something, yes, because they knew I was up for it in the beginning, but then after they wrote a little bit where I was singing, I got so nervous, and I kind of got real professional about it. And Dax watched me during the rehearsal, and he was like, no. Absolutely not. This is not Juilliard, this is the CMTs. So later on that night in Nashville, when we took a walk like through the city, I was like humming it to start to get to know the music, and he was like, no, louder. He was like my Ike Turner. He was really laying down the law. Wow. He was like, absolutely not. And he was like, if you can't sing in front of these 8 strangers, how are you gonna do it on national television? And I was like, you're right. So by the time we got home to the hotel, I had screamed it up and down the streets of Nashville.
Oh, good. So, and now you're completely prepared.
And now I'm prepared. I'm hoping I'm not going to need that much practice this year again,
Yeah.
since I've run through that, but yeah.
Well, it's exciting. I'm so happy for you and the baby, and she's adorable.
Isn't she cute?
She really is. The cutest thing I ever saw. She looks so much like you.
Thank you.
She really does.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, say hi to Dax, and you can
Will
catch
do.
the Country Music Television Awards this Wednesday at 8 on CMT. One Republic will perform after this. Kristen Bell. So, congratulations, you just got married.
I did.
I'm so
thanks.
happy for you. You were holding out, and I love that. I admire that you and Dax were holding out getting married until it was okay for everyone to get married.
Yeah, and we wanted Doma to be off the list, and we were up at 6 in the morning waiting for it to get out of town, and it did. And
it
then
did?
Yeah.
And now you can get married.
And then we got married.
And, well, how long have you all been
That's
together?
how we celebrated.
Yeah.
We have been together for 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
And you got married in like October?
October, yeah, right around Halloween.
Okay. And it was a huge wedding, right?
Gigantic.
Yeah.
It was the 2 of us and $142 in legal fees.
Uh-huh.
And we signed our name on a piece of paper. But it was interesting that it was around Halloween, because our wedding pictures that we took at the window where we signed.
You went to City Hall.
We did, yes.
Yeah.
We went to just the courthouse. And the $142 he tallied up, that includes the gas that it took to get there. And it might have been the playlist as well, buying the songs online, because he had a playlist in the car. But our wedding picture by window 1 where we signed is us and then like a big zombie cutout, because it was right around Halloween. So it makes the pictures interesting.
Yeah, your wedding pictures.
Yes,
not
our
too
wedding
many.
pictures.
Yeah. And who did you bring a witness?
We did, yeah. My best friend Amy came. She had said since the day we met that if we ever got married, could she be our witness? So on the Thursday morning, we decided to go. We said, can you come? She said yes. And the interesting thing about that is her husband is an actor, Ryan Hansen, and I was going to work later that day and had a fairly intimate scene with him. And so when I left my wedding, I said to my best friend, thanks for witnessing my wedding. I'm gonna go make pretend love to your husband. And I did.
How was it? Good?
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Does Dax get jealous? Is Dax jealous when you do scenes like that?
No, surprisingly.
Wouldn't you like him to be?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But I appreciate, he's so like open and honest and wants to talk about everything. He's like a girl. No, he's super trusting and trustworthy, so he could care less.
He's a great guy.
He is
He's a great guy, and he's hilarious.
I think so.
Very, very great guy.
Yeah.
And you have a new little baby.
Yeah.
You have a little baby that, how old is Lincoln, right?
Lincoln, she's 8 months.
8 months old now. And that's going well?
She's amazing.
You're
and
gonna keep her?
hilarious. I think so. At this point, yeah.
And for Thanksgiving, are you having, everybody's coming to your house or are you going someplace?
No, hosting. My whole family.
How many is that?
I think we're having it's either 15 or 16. Because I have 2 sisters and one of them has 4 kids. She has a set of Irish twins, so there's going to be a lot of babies and my parents and a couple straggler friends. It'll be a big.
And who's cooking?
Not me. I'm actually volunteering that day for an organization called PATH, which is awesome. So I'm going to get out of the house, go help out there.
PATH?
It's called People Assisting the Homeless, and they have a huge event at Pink Taco.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and they work a ton with transitional housing from people who finally are getting into permanent housing, and they're just an awesome. It's epath.org if you want to look it up.
So you're going to go do that?
I'm going to do that, and I'm going to leave the cooking to my family.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Brave. Do you like their cooking?
I do, except recently I found out I saw my mom microwaving her fruit.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like now I should leave someone else in charge, which is hard to say to the matriarch of the family, like, hey, I saw you nuke that fruit, and I need you to take a back seat. And I've purchased every vegetable that the earth is producing right now and stocked the fridge, but I kind of want to just let her know that we can't nuke fruit, because it's gross. She said, I don't want it to be cold. I was like, it doesn't have to be cold, just, you don't have to heat it up. Does no one find this weird?
Yes, I do, because...
It's not a popsicle.
Microwave is not the best thing in the world anyway to do.
Right.
And here's something that's healthy, a piece of fruit, and you're putting it, I mean, it's just kind of canceling out the goodness of the fruit.
Yeah, but that's how she likes it.
Yeah.
She takes a nice, fresh bowl of fruit and she'll nuke it.
Yeah. All right, well.
Want to come over for Thanksgiving?
I do not. We're going to take a break and we'll talk about the movie Frozen that everybody is raving about. We'll be right back. We are back with the lovely Kristen Bell, and the movie is Frozen, and tell us about the movie and who you play.
Ooh, I play a character named Anna. It's this kind of action comedy about 2 sisters, one that has this magical power and she freezes the whole kingdom, and my character goes on this adventure to kind of save the kingdom.
All right.
There you go.
I hope it works out. I hope in the end it works out. Okay, good. All right. Since the movie is called Frozen, we're going to play a little game, and we each have a bucket of snowballs here, and there's our faces over there, and we're going to take turns, and the first person to knock out the other person's face wins nothing at all, really, but wins.
I'm in.
All right. All right, I will let you throw first, and
Just throw?
You're aiming for my face. I'm going to aim for yours. We'll take turns.
Which one's you? They're both blondes. Okay. Okay, they're both gorgeous.
This looks
blondes.
bad already with the form,
shoot.
but
Let me get.
okay.
Hold on,
Yep,
guys.
that's right. Yep.
We're the worst.
No, I got mine. Oh, come on now. Oh, yep. Oh.
This is so much harder than it looks.
Oh, no.
No, well, this
Oh,
is
there.
we're the worst.
All right.
We're the worst. Yes! Finally! Oh, man.
We can't stop. All right.
It's really fun.
Frozen opens in theaters tomorrow. Jason Mraz and Travis McCoy will perform after this. Kristen Bell, everybody. That is a beautiful dress. At first, I thought it was like a map of some sort, and there were countries on you.
Nope.
It's
All
flowers.
roads lead to me.
You and your husband, who I have to say, he was here the other day. You're the cutest couple. I love both of you individually. I love you together. And Dax Shepard, if you don't know her husband, so funny.
He's a dreamboat, you guys.
He is. He's
a dreamboat.
Sweet and kind. Now,
Well, ladies, take a beat, 'cause I'm very territorial. But yes, he is. He's charming and lovely and very, very funny.
yeah, and very smart.
Yeah.
But now both of you have weird obsessions. Your obsession is with, everyone knows, a sloth.
Correct.
Sloths. And what is the
Sloths.
plural of sloth?
Sloths. Sloths.
Slythe?
Yeah. Slythe. I think it'd be Slythe.
Slythe? So
Slythe.
a bunch of sloths would be called a pack of sloths?
A pack, yeah.
You should
I'd
know
do
these
that.
things
I
if
know
you're
I would.
obsessed with sloths.
But I'm not like a doctor. You know?
I don't think you
I
have to be a
don't know
doctor.
everything.
Right. But I mean, like, there's a pack of wolves, there's a murder of crow, there's a
And
pride of lion,
A
and there's a...
big old group of sloths.
That's right. We'll find out. We'll tell you, because you should know these things. And your husband, Dax, is obsessed with Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Like, obsessed. For real.
Don't I know it?
Like, since Legends of the Fall.
He just adores him. It's a very, you know, he's on a pedestal, his work, his vibe, he loves everything about him.
So we gave him a gift, and as a joke, we gave him a painting of he and...
Can I say something? I don't think he thought it was a joke.
No, he didn't.
I think he thought it was dead serious, and I think that
I heard he loaded it into his car and drove home with it.
Of course he did. It was the first thing he showed me when he got home. He's like, come on to my trunk. I got to show you what Ellen got me. And I was like, wait, how was your segment? Just come to my trunk. And he has already put it up, and it is in the boudoir.
Wait, do you have a photo to prove that?
Yeah, I brought it. It's resting on the headboard above our bed. So...
Now, in an earthquake, you'll be killed by Brad and your husband, because that will come crashing down on you.
Of course. Well, it's going to need to be secured if it's going to live there.
It's pretty hilarious. Congratulations, son. And nobody has bought this yet, and it's melting right in front of our eyes. But the Frozen, do you get a piece of the Frozen merchandising that's been... This movie has taken
They
off.
made toys? No, I didn't. No, I don't.
So you must have known. I mean, Disney makes great movies. All their movies are great, but this movie in particular.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone can foresee the like box office, like craziness that it hit. But I'll tell you, when we were making it, there was a part of me that was going like, this is really special. Like, I've been a part of a lot of things, but it just felt so unique, and I'm so proud of it. Because it's unlike anything they've ever done, and I love the fact that it's not about romantic love, it's about believing in someone, even when they don't believe in themselves, and I just get so proud when I think that I was a part of a project that's shown to kids that, you know, just tells them, like, be who you are, be different, be quirky, and let it go, you know?
And let it go. And your daughter will grow up and watch this movie and go, my mommy was in this amazing movie.
Yeah,
You've got to be proud of that.
It makes me very proud.
And you hope that there's a sequel, I assume.
I would certainly do a sequel if anyone asked me.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they won't wait as long as Finding Nemo, because Finding Dory, 10 years! 10 years! You can imagine, like...
I can't, no.
It was so successful, and I'm like, well, for sure they'll make a sequel.
Yeah.
And then it's like 10 years later.
That's so strange. I wonder why they do that.
Well, because they were making other things, and they wanted to get the script right. This is what they told me, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, but it's Finding Dory, and it's a great, I'm excited. I think it comes out in the year 2060 or something like that.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to. Your daughter is, Dax was telling me that she's almost 1 now?
Yeah, she just turned 1, yeah.
Wow, I can't believe she's already 1.
I know,
It seems like you just had
nuts.
that baby.
It feels like I did. But now she runs around and talks, and it's mostly nonsensical.
I was going to say, does she talk at 1?
She does a little bit. I mean, she says mama, dada, and tries to say boobies, which sometimes comes out, which is really cute.
Is that a necessary word for her to learn
For
at this
her,
point?
yeah, because all day she looks at me and goes, milk, she wants milk.
So...
I'm a walking food truck.
That's how it's done?
Yeah. No, that's the signage for it.
Okay, because I thought there wasn't necessary that.
No, it's a lot more comfortable than that.
That would be annoying, really. Yeah, just give her a bottle. All right, we're gonna talk about your obsession. You and Dax have an obsession with Naked and Afraid. Is that what?
Oh, big time.
All right, we'll talk about that show.
Big time.
And maybe put you to the test of something. Maybe.
Am I-
To see if you would survive it. That's what I'm saying. Does that come off easy?
I can
to
handle
dress? We'll be back. That guy in the
That was
audience,
unbelievable.
that was an unbelievable extension of a leg.
Yeah, that was stellar.
Wow.
That's something to be proud of.
Maybe going into the next break, we have to show people at home that, because that was crazy. Does your baby dance like that?
Not like that, but she does love to dance. And
Is she a good dancer?
She's a pretty decent dancer. She points at the jam box in our living room when she wants to dance.
Wait, you have a jam box in your living room?
Of course.
Like,
what a silly question.
Like the kind of
Yeah.
thing you used to roller skate to
Yeah,
in the
you
80s or
You
something?
can put it on your shoulder if you felt like it, but you can throw any music to it. And she loves R&B, and she has like a series of moves where she just lets her hips take her away, and she loves to Jersey Turnpike.
I don't know that. What is that?
Have you not seen the Jersey
Do y'all
Turnpike?
know that?
I'll do it for you. Wait, can I get a beat? She goes like this. She'll do. She'll go. That's kind of what she does. But her face is like kind of stony throughout.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
Her body takes her away, man. She travels when she dances. I can't explain it.
that's a risky thing to do on a dance floor, I think. but that's impressive that she does that.
So
That's
now
adorable.
we both do it with her because she starts it. And I think it started because she didn't have a ton of balance.
Right.
And then now we've encouraged it, and that's like
Yeah.
her go-to move.
That's probably how it started with a lot of dancers. They just were drunk and they ended up on the ground and they're like, let's go the Jersey Turnpike.
But let's make this a move.
Yeah. And I want to talk about this important issue you and Dax started, and you reached out to Portia and myself, and you said, will you get on board with this? And
Yeah.
we immediately said, of course, that it should not be allowed that paparazzi takes pictures of children. It is
children,
not
yeah.
their choice.
Yeah. We started what we're calling the no kids policy, and we just wanted to kind of start a public conversation about the fact that children under no circumstance should be followed by strangers, with or without a camera. It just should never be okay. And because they can't understand like what's happening, all they feel is that predatory feeling of being hunted. And we made these decisions that we became public figures and we understand what's going on, but they don't. And there's so much erratic behavior that happens around schools and around parks and around kids. And I just feel like we should, put a stop to it. And we've had a lot of outlets and like other public figures that have said like, we are absolutely on board, we'll support with anything you need. So we're so grateful. But I've been really surprised and happy with the amount of outlets that have said, oh yeah, you're absolutely right. We won't under any circumstance buy paparazzi photos with kids in them.
And it's a lot of them. Entertainment Weekly, Glamour, People, Us Weekly, Access Hollywood, E! Entertainment, E.T., The Insider, Extra, GMA, ABC News, a lot of people.
And a ton of blogs as well. And
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Because it isn't, it's a very scary thing. And I understand people's curiosity. There's nothing cuter than babies, period, much less celebrities' babies. You're like, what do they look like? But you have to respect that it's not fair.
Well, minors deserve their anonymity until they choose otherwise. I mean, that's what I believe. Like, I mean, if Lincoln wants to pursue, being an actress, great, but she can decide that. I'm not going to make her a public figure. I don't think that's my decision. And I just wanted to, reach out to consumers, especially who are standing in line at the grocery store, and let them know that there are going to be outlets who, believe in protecting children and outlets who don't really care. And there's still quite a few of them, like Life and Style and In Touch and OK, and all of them have made it kind of clear as day to us that they're still going to be buying paparazzi photos of kids. And for me, I'm going to no longer consume that type of media.
But then that's how we voice our opinion, and we don't support it, and it goes away. If we
you
say,
vote with your dollars always.
Exactly. All right, let's talk about Naked and Afraid. This is a show. Have you seen Naked and Afraid? Have you heard of Naked and Afraid? It's
the best. It's the best.
It's people that are naked and they're just dropped off in the wilderness.
Terrified.
And they're strangers and they have to survive. It's a
For
man
21 days, and it's a man and a woman. And it's in the middle of nowhere. And my favorite thing about the show is that because it's in the middle of nowhere, they always hire a local to drop them off. And if you think about it, this local who's driving the boat or the truck is taking someone to their destination, and then they watch this American get out of the truck or boat, take it all off, throw their sandals back in the truck, and then they just walk away. And the local must be like, American television?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on in that guy's head? That's my favorite part of the show, looking at the boat driver going, as they're getting naked.
I just don't understand the cameramen, anything. And there are tests that you can take to see if you would survive,
It's called your PSR, your primitive survival rating.
And have you taken the test?
Of course.
And what does it look like to you?
I came out pretty good. I think the online one's a bit easier, but I came out to a 7.1. I was pretty proud of myself.
Out of 10?
Out of 10,
What
yeah.
about Dax?
He came out to like a 7.8 or something. He was a little higher.
So you both would be good on that.
We wouldn't be dead,
Uh-huh,
I don't
well-
think, because they're always on the verge of death. I mean, these shows are not a joke. You watch, and the other thing about it, you watch these people go insane.
Well, yes.
You watch them go clinically insane because they don't have enough food or water, and they're fighting, and it's just...
Well, there's snakes, they're naked and afraid.
And they're afraid, yeah. It's a heck of a show.
Well, we're going to put you into a survival test
Okay.
to see if you would be able to make fire and make shelter for yourself and take care of yourself with obstacles.
I'll put my money where my mouth is.
All right, go get naked. We'll be back.
Okay.
Let's bring out Kristen Bell. All right, so we have a little set over there, and all you have to do in 60 seconds is you have to build fire and make shelter in 60 seconds. And I'm going to create sort of what weather might be like on an island.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's windy, sometimes it rains, and sometimes there's horrible wild animals and stuff like that. All right?
That's true. That's true. Okay.
So let's go. You're naked, and you'll be afraid in a minute.
All right. Do I disrobe now?
You can disrobe right when you get over
Okay.
there to the set.
Okay.
Look, there's a sloth.
Oh, hey.
Look how adorable.
Oh, hey, little buddy.
Hello, little buddy.
Yes?
Sure.
And then...
60 seconds. All right.
Now cut to the guy who dropped me off going... Okay. How do I enter?
We'll cut to
Anywhere?
him. Over there.
Okay. I can do this, guys.
60 seconds. Fire, then shelter.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. Gotta find some kindle. Oh, God! Ah! Wait. How can I light it? Whoa! How can I light it?
That's really sad. I have nothing to...
Hold on. Ooh, we have fire. And protection from bugs. And build a shelter. And I gotta build a shelter. Okay. Nice. Perfect. Again. What's my time?
10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Did I win?
Yes. That was so pathetic.
Yeah, it wasn't
Oh my
great.
God. And the bear came in when the whole thing was over. The whole thing was really sad. But I got you a gift so that you and Dax and Lincoln can watch together. And you have a little outfit for... That's for Dax. That's for you.
Oh my, you know we're gonna
Careful
put
with
this
bears,
on.
though, because they... Okay. Okay. You would not do very well because that was really pathetic. That scared you.
It really did scare me.
I know. Okay, so don't do the show. All right, so you'll be wearing these with the painting in your house, and we're making your family very weird. Thanks for being here. We'll be right back. That's Kristen Bell, everybody. Oh, hey, Kristen.
Hi.
Oh, you look fantastic.
Thanks.
And you're out of the house and everything.
Oh, I'm
How old
so out of the house right now.
You have so many children now. You have 2 children so close together.
I got them wet after midnight.
Yep.
They multiply, guys.
So how old is the first one is Lincoln?
And the first one, Lincoln, is 22 months. And Delta is 7 weeks. Whoa, yeah.
Whoa.
She's cute. And I'm so happy to this feels like a vacation coming here. It really does. Everyone here speaks in full sentences, and no one's asked me to wipe their buns.
Not yet. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm very happy to be out of the house.
That's
for a second.
amazing.
Yeah.
7 weeks old.
Yeah.
That's and sleeping. Is she sleeping?
She slept quite a bit last night. She slept, I think, 8 hours last night in one stretch. I don't think it'll stick, but it was a nice treat.
And Lincoln likes being a big sister?
Loves, yeah.
Dax was here last month, and he told a story about the birth of the child. Did you watch that?
He's very dramatic.
Yeah.
No, I know you know. Well, it's interesting because I wanted to tell you
I don't know what that. I don't know what we're doing.
something awesome.
I'm not sure.
He told you how traumatic it was for him, but to be honest, my perspective was, as someone who has never experimented with drugs, I really enjoyed it. It was kind of a wonderful experience for me. While they were doing it, I actually thought, like, what else could we get done down there while this, and maybe lengthen the shins. I've always wanted to be like 5'7", just anything to keep the epidural flowing, because I felt so, these modern hospitals, man.
They
treat you right.
So it was a C-section.
Yes.
It was not planned.
No.
It was something that had to happen, so they gave you drugs to prepare you for that.
They did. And I felt really great. But the the interesting part of the story is that a couple hours later, like, it wears out of your system slowly. And about 6 or 7 hours later, I'm sitting in my hospital bed and I say to Dax, well, I think the epidural is finally worn off. And he looks over and I am scratching holes in my face like a meth addict. And I'm like, I think it might be time to re-up. I don't know, because it's definitely worn off. And he said, are you sure? You think it's worn off, hon? And I said, yeah. So the nurse comes in and obviously she notices and offered a little bit of Benadryl to help with the itching and put me to sleep. Well, what a cocktail. Because I had a lot to say, more than when I'm sober, believe that or not. I started telling all these stories, and later he tells me I was taking 30-second pauses in between and the, and I would just go out. And I grabbed my phone, and the light was like, do you know what looks really good when you're on that stuff? Handbags. Or throw pillows or rugs, and I was just like, boo, boo, internet shopping, woo! Thank God I didn't remember my credit card number. So nothing bad happened, but Dax kept saying, I mean, honestly, a picture of a throw pillow was as mind-blowing as, like, seeing The Matrix for the first time. That's how I felt.
Wow.
He said, honey, do you think you should maybe put down your phone? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna have just one more minute. And he sees the device, put it away, and I'm happy to say I'm stone cold sober today.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear you didn't get hooked on that.
Oh, no, I
didn't.
No.
So you have the 2, and now it seems like that. Plus, they're so close together. That's a lot of work. Are you going to have more children or no?
No. We don't want to be outnumbered. We don't want to be outnumbered.
Smart.
Until, I suppose, I accidentally get pregnant and my 3rd child watches this clip and realizes that he was an actor.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey. No, but yeah, we're gonna cap it at 2.
Yeah. And he must feel outnumbered because now he's got all girls in the house.
Girls to boys, yeah. He likes to say that he never thought he'd be surrounded by so many women and not having this much sex.
He's hilarious. Oh, he's a good dad, though, right?
He's
got to be
wonderful dad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you have a dog that is still your dog and still loved, like.
Yes. Well, because the dog was our first kid.
Yes.
But interestingly enough, she has taken on. We have 2 dogs, but the one that's been our dog forever, Lola. Yes, the best. she's taken on this protective attitude.
Is that your backyard? Where do you live? Where's that?
That's the Griffith Park Observatory,
Okay.
Los Angeles, California.
All right.
But she's been really protective. And the other day, we were sitting on the bed, which is kind of towards the back of the house, far from the front door, and we heard squealing. And I said, God, this kind of sounds like some sort of a dog fight. I hope it's not a coyote. And after about 30 seconds, I said, I better go check on our dogs. I walked to the front of the house, opened the door to see Lola and a German Shepherd-sized coyote in a fist fight on the lawn.
Like this?
Yes!
Wow.
And then of our other dog, Pat, who's utterly useless and always writing checks his butt can't cash, somehow was on the bed with us, like as perplexed as we were as to what the sounds are. Even though he's a dog.
He's bigger.
He knew what the sounds were. So the coyote then, when it sees me, just like a vampire from Twilight, flies over the 7-foot fence, and then Lola just kind of sat there stoically. That was Pat's cue to run out and bark for like a half an hour. I mean, it's just...
And stay out.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so were they really like in a
Oh
fight?
yeah, big time. And it happened.
Is Lola okay?
She's only had one little scratch, but we, as responsible pet owners and parents, took her to the vet, the like emergency vet, and the vet said, "Oh wow, yeah, fight. She must have been tussling with a possum." And I said, "No, it was a coyote." And she said, "Well, no, I think she wouldn't have fared this well if it were a coyote." I said, "Well, Toots, I saw it." Well, Dr. Toots, it was a coyote. I saw it, and my dog rules.
Yeah.
So
Yes, she does rule. Good
that
for
in the books.
Lola.
Yeah, we call her now the grandmother of security system because she's 12 years old.
12 years old.
Yeah.
And fought off a coyote.
Yeah.
Well, good. And hopefully...
She's a baller.
Good. She is a baller. All right, we'll take a break. More with Kristen. Good for you, Lola.
She wears pearls.
Well, of course she does. She should wear pearls.
Yes, she's a lady.
Yes. Does she have little white gloves as well?
No, I wish.
You should do that.
We got to.
I'll get you some.
She was a Playboy bunny for Halloween.
Wow.
She was also O'Brien from Downton Abbey one year.
Maybe she went out towards the coyote because of what you're doing to her. Maybe she was
Trying to
All
get
right,
out.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with Kristen. We're back with Kristen Bell. And so House of Lies, it seems, how many seasons have you been on?
4.
4 seasons.
Yes.
And you've been pregnant through most of them.
2 of them, yeah. What a bummer for them. Because I signed up for the show very much not pregnant, and then came to seasons 2 and 4 very, very pregnant. And that's the one thing that you kind of can't fake. You can like have an accent in a show or a movie, you can dye your hair, but I would like to see Meryl Streep try to pretend she's not pregnant, doesn't have a big bump.
Oh, Miss Fancy Actress Meryl Streep.
And if you're listening, go ahead and try it, Meryl. Show us how it's done. It can't be done. I've tried it.
Did you really try to hide it for a little while?
The first time I got pregnant with Lincoln, we hid it. And so it was a lot of like holding enormous briefcases and just having a body double when I had to walk in a group. But thankfully, this time, the writers were inspired/cornered into writing in my pregnancy. But the only cool thing is that it opened up this awesome dynamic, because Don and I play sort of on-again, off-again lovers, Don Cheadle, on the show.
Yep.
And it opened up a really cool dynamic for the storyline, so we had a lot of fun.
And you're going to host the Independent Spirit Awards.
I am, yeah.
That'll be fun, right?
I think so.
Now, was this something that you wanted to do?
Well, I do. I mean, I like hosting. I think it's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels flattering to be invited, because in like a sea of awesome hosts like you do, Neil Patrick Harris, Amy and Tina, it feels very flattering to be involved. But it's the first time it's live. They conveniently didn't tell me that when they invited me. But I'm doing it with Fred Armisen.
Hilarious.
So, yeah, he knows how to improv. I know how to read a teleprompter. I feel like it's going to be really smooth. And as long as he doesn't want to breastfeed, again, it will be a vacation for me.
Well, I don't know him that well, but I don't think he will.
I hope not.
But he's very funny, and you're very
yeah.
funny, so it should be great.
I hope so.
It'll be great. And there's some great people that'll be there, too. Great films, great people.
This is such a crazy good experimental award season for movies. So.
I will be watching you. The House of Lies airs Sundays on Showtime, and the Independent Spirit Awards air on IFC February 21st. We'll be right back. I love it.
Thank you.
Now, was it scary to cut your hair? Because it's been long for a while, right?
Yeah, it's been long for a while, but I just feel like I needed a change.
Yeah.
Brightened it up a little bit. You know, it's summertime.
Yeah, you look fantastic.
Thanks.
Now, your adorable and sexy husband Dax was here not too long ago, wearing his...
Get in line.
Yeah, he's
Get in line, girls.
wore his Chips outfit.
I mean, look at that.
I know, look at that.
I mean, hubba, right?
Yeah.
Nobody pulls off a nude skin-tight suit quite like Dax Shepard.
No, he looks real good in
He's
that.
so cute. Look how cute he is.
He's cute, he's funny, he's all kinds of things.
know.
Yeah. And you two together are cute. And can we talk about the Africa? They made this video. It went viral. The Toto song "Africa."
Yes.
You went to Africa.
Yes.
You put this video up.
Yep.
It's like over 5 million views or something, maybe more. I don't know.
I wonder why. Dax in the tub.
So I have to ask you where you were, because Portia and I went to Africa last summer, and we did not see a field full of giraffe. We didn't see a lot of the things that you... Where were you?
We were in Tanzania at a place called the Grumeti Reserve, which is sort of right next to the Serengeti, and it's like, it's sort of, I mean, well, and we also hiked into the Virunga Forest with the silverbacks, and that's where we got all the footage of the gorillas. But we really just did Africa, I
How
guess.
long were you there?
We were there for 2 weeks. It was
Wow.
right before our kids were born, and we really wanted to, like, you know, everyone wants to take like a big trip when you're young, and we just did it, and we had so much fun, but it was the rainy season, which they tell you in Africa that you may or may not see animals, and we were the only people at our hotel. The only guests checked in, so all of the guides were in the lobby every day going like, anybody want to go out? I mean, we could like explore more stuff, and you guys can get out of the van, I guess, and just kind of look around. We were like, yeah.
It is the best trip that we've ever taken. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
agree that's like the best thing you could possibly do?
Absolutely. Where did you guys go?
We went to South Africa.
Yeah, Kruger?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
So good.
Sabi or something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you make a vacation music video?
Nope. No, we did not.
Well, I highly recommend it.
Next time we go, we're gonna make one, and we just find another song with Africa in the title.
Yes, which I'm sure can be done. I mean, it won't be as good as, because it's Toto's Africa is like. It's what we listened to for like the week leading up when we were packing. We like had it blasting. We like to get jazzed with music, and I was like, no one's gonna want to see our pictures, even if they're really, really cool. Nobody wants to see your picture with like a giraffe in the distant background. Nobody cares. So I was like, let's make a music video instead, and we just, you know, did what we could, and Dax knows how to edit, so.
It's really, really good. If you haven't seen it, you should. I guess you Google Kristen and Dax in Africa.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
See what comes up.
See what you get.
I don't know. Who knows what we're gonna get? We should Google it and see what comes up. So the kids are now. You went before the kids were born.
Yeah.
Delta is
14 months. Yeah, 1 and 3.
and Lincoln is 3.
Yeah, she'll be 3 this week. Yeah.
And boy, that's a lot for you to have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Yeah, you know, it's a circus.
Yeah.
It's a circus for sure. I mean, I love it. I love it.
Whenever you start with that, there's going to be something. I mean, I love it, but
I mean, I love it. I love them. But you know what? You know where we could do better? Why does everyone wake up screaming? Like, why don't they tell you that? Like, they're gonna wake up screaming for like 4 years. You wake up, the moment you wake up, you're in like a horror movie. Because everyone in the house is screaming bloody murder. And I'm like, why? They don't get up and like make your coffee like I kind of thought maybe they would. Or at least when they get older, right? And they don't. They wake up screeching and screaming. And so I'm just like, you know, it's just a lot of, I'm auditorily sensitive. It's a lot in the morning to have someone like, right, first thing.
I don't think that's normal. I mean, I don't. There's a lot of people here that I would say their kids don't wake up screaming. You're doing something wrong.
I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
All right, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
I don't know what, are they sleeping on a bed of nails?
But you are supposed to chain them to the bed, right?
Yes, chaining them to the
Yes,
bed
of course.
That's how they don't walk around and hurt themselves.
Of course.
Yeah. So motherhood has changed you in what way, would you say? I mean, besides being partially deaf now.
What? I don't know. I've gotten real comfortable giving advice. I find that, like, especially, like, I'm so into health food and just healthy living that my girlfriends and my friends, I feel like, are a little bit over it, because I'll walk into the room and be like, you guys, does everybody know about selenium? Because it's an antioxidant we all need to be dosing up on. And it's got Brazil nuts. Everybody got a can of Brazil nuts? Or, like, a couple weeks ago, I was on a kick about microgreens, because they're very good for you. And my friends were like, we know. We all read the internet. And I was like, oh, okay, nobody needs my advice. That's good.
Brazil nuts are good for you. I agree with you.
Yeah, they're very good for you.
Yeah, you're supposed to have them every week.
Yes.
That's right. So I'm not even a mother, and I go around telling people about Brazil nuts.
I mean...
Yeah. I'm just annoying without the children.
Well, maybe that has nothing to do with my mother, then, maybe.
Maybe it's just an annoying trait that we both share. Yeah, you talk about nuts, and I know them. I really do. Listen. Their minds are, in the gutter. Almonds.
Gross.
Cashew. All right, we'll take a break and we'll talk about the new movie you're in with Melissa McCarthy, and we'll be back.
All of it.
That's Kristen Bell and Melissa McCarthy and the new movie, The Boss. Okay, so, because I know Melissa and I adore her, as you do. Melissa McCarthy is like the funniest, sweetest person in the world.
She really is.
And so tell everyone what it's about.
Well, it's called The Boss. Melissa plays my boss, and she plays this sort of wealthy Martha Stewart meets Suze Orman sort of financial advisor, and she goes to jail for fraud. And when she gets out, she has nowhere to go, and so she starts sleeping on my sofa and basically forces me into starting a for-profit Girl Scout cookie company. Because she runs the numbers and she realizes that those Girl Scouts are making bank. And so ours are called the Darnell's Darlings, and she says, let's have because child labor is, so cheap. And cookies are delicious. And so, yeah, we start this business together, and she's just such a gem.
Yeah, well, and so are you. I love you. I love Dax. And
I love you so much.
Whenever you want to get away from the screaming, just come and hang out with me, because
okay.
I like you being here. The Boss opens everywhere this Friday. We'll be back. People ask me, Ellen, and I say yes. They say, Ellen, how do you keep the show fresh after all these years? And there are two things that I do. One, I try to never repeat myself. Two, I try to never repeat myself. I like to change things up all the time. I can't come out here every single day and throw a mint up in the air and catch it, because people want me to be entertaining and talk, So, and it's not easy to do something by yourself. It's so much more fun to do things with somebody else. There's one thing I can think of right now. And then I just thought of another. I could have a co-host, and not just any co-host. I could have a co-host who's my friend. She's a princess. She sells washers and dryers on the side. Please welcome my co-host for the day, Kristen Bell, everybody. That's funny. She's the co-host, not as much as applause as you gave me. Have a seat. Thank you for co-hosting with me.
I'm so thrilled to co-host with you.
Isn't this?
I talk all the time, and no one is usually listening, so I'm excited to be here and talk, and there's an audience, and
it's great when you talk and there's an audience, and you walk out and there's this applause.
It's incredible.
It's so wonderful, yeah. You got here early today.
Yeah.
And I showed you something. We were watching an infomercial that I had seen the other day, and I thought that Kristen should see it, and I showed Kristen the infomercial. What'd you think?
I saw it, and I cannot ever unsee it.
Yes. That's the thing about this particular infomercial, and I feel like because we saw it, I feel like you deserve to see it. And when I say deserve, I apologize in advance. But this is real. Please enjoy.
There's nothing better than feeling clean and confident. But are you really as clean as you should be? Not unless you've taken care of a very personal area that requires special attention. Stop resorting to one of these options. Now there's a solution. It's My Shiny Hiney, a specialty cleansing brush with an ergonomically designed handle to easily access that difficult-to-reach spot. My Shiny Hiney comes in 6 colors and includes a suction cup shower holder, so it's always right where you need it. The formed bristle brush is specially designed to reach every fold and wrinkle. Plus, there's a soft silicone brush for fingertip control. Literally. My Shiny Hiney is especially handy if you have a limited range of motion due to age, injury, or stiffness. Good hygiene is the first defense against infections and disease. My Shiny Hiney puts unparalleled cleaning power right in your hand. Order My Shiny Hiney now for just $19.99 and experience the joy of feeling truly clean. Order now and get My Shiny Hiney in your choice of color and texture, plus 2 extra brush heads, the fingertip brush, and shower holder, all for just $19.99.
She looks so happy at the end of the commercial.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wondering, how bad must it have gotten back there that she's that happy at the end of the commercial?
She's spinning. She's so happy.
Oh, she's ready to see the world.
Yeah. It's a real thing. That's the thing. I can't believe it's real, but I know it's real because I ordered one. Let me show you. Feel it.
Oh, it is very soft and gentle.
There's also, they sell hard bristles as well, in case you want that.
No judgment, no judgment.
Look at that. You hold it. You're
That's
the co-host.
fantastic. I'd love
All right.
to.
But there's so much to talk about. I mean, first of all, let's recap.
Yeah.
Here are your options before this came along. You could use that man's hand. That's a man's hand.
Only that man's hand.
Whoever he is,
Yeah.
that guy. There's a towel.
The guest towel, it looks like.
Looks like from the guest
Don't
bathroom.
want to mess up your hand.
Then there's a loofah, which is, to me, too large. That looks large.
And possibly painful. Like,
Unless you order the hard bristle and if that's what you like.
Again, no judgment.
No judgment. Then there's the finger brush, which I'm really confused about because now it's just one-sided, and that's my question about the finger brush.
Yeah, and so I guess you have to really
Okay, all right.
twist your finger. If you want to get yourself clean and have a shiny hiney.
Yeah, I've got a big job interview tomorrow. Better use a finger brush. Yeah. There's the doctor, which I think they said, you know what, we're going to cast this guy, but let's not put a lab coat on him because that's going to look false.
No, too professional. There's not even a diploma in that room. There's nothing on the shelves.
No, he's ready to leave it whenever someone knocks on the door and says, you're not a doctor, and he can grab his files and leave in a moment.
And where is he putting that stethoscope?
I don't know, he's wearing it, and he says, I've got your lab reports here, and it looks like you have a filthy hiney. And you're gonna need this.
The crazy thing is she went in there for a migraine.
Yeah. So you can imagine how confused she was. All right, I think we should put this behind us, and you know what I mean by that. Let's shake our shiny honey If it weren't for the sun, he'd be the hottest thing ever created. Say hello to Twitch over there. Hey, Kristen, you looked amazing at the Emmys the other night. Beautiful dress. Look at that. What was that fabric?
It was a duvet cover.
It was a duvet
that we
cover.
Just snipped up, we put on, we
Wow,
thought, let's do it.
Seems like that'd be heavy.
No, it's a wonderfully talented designer named Zuhair Murad, and he's amazing, and I had a wonderful hair and makeup team I just put it on, in truth. And I sat there while they painted me, so I can't take much credit.
Beautiful, though. I got you a gift for co-hosting with me. Andy, will you bring it out? Every color that you possibly want.
Thank you, Ellen.
So let's play a little game, okay?
Okay.
So you were in Frozen, you were Anna, and I was Dory in Finding Dory.
Yes.
So I thought, how fun would this be? Because you have children, and you can imagine your children at home watching you and Dory talk to each other.
It's gonna make their year.
Oh.
Hi, Dory. I'm Princess Anna.
Hi, I'm Dory. Who are you?
Princess Anna.
I'm Dory.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you want to build a snowman?
I'd love to build a snowman.
Great, let's do it.
I'm Dory. Who are you?
Wait, what?
What?
I'm Princess Anna.
Hi, Princess Anna. I'm Dory.
Yep. I heard ya. Want to build that snowman?
Let's build a snowman. What snowman? End scene. Okay,
That was very good.
We'll be back. That's my co-host, the lovely Kristen Bell, in the new show, The Good Place. Very funny show. We'll talk about that in just a minute, but let's talk about you for a second and your summer. What did you do?
We actually went home to Michigan. Dax and I are both from Michigan.
What part? Oh, yeah.
That's what you do
I've
when
been
you're
there.
from Michigan.
Yes.
I'm
Near the thumb.
just outside of Detroit. He's from Milford. But we actually went over here to Grand Haven and stayed on one of the lakes and, went kayaking and paddleboarding, and it was just lovely. We invited all of our friends from high school and their kids. We had like 21 people staying at the house. We just made food, and it was lovely.
That's fantastic.
He swam in the lake every day. I'm not much of a lake person.
Because you can't see what's beneath you?
A little bit, yeah. Like I don't love to get my temperature changing in the water. But I found out paddleboarding, that's my sport. You don't have to get wet.
Well, you don't have to unless you fall.
Correct.
So you're good at it.
I think so. It was only my first time. Apparently, I'm very good at it.
You're from Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you grew up your whole life there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your house is still there?
My house is there. Dax came home with me, which is lovely. Visited my parents, and that wasn't the first time he's been home with me. And it's interesting because, you bring your significant other into your childhood bedroom, and I'm sort of watching him scan everything and put together these pieces about me that he didn't know. And he always has an uncanny ability to identify who you are if you don't tell him. And I'm sitting on my bed not paying attention, and he's looking at all these posters on my wall. Most of them are hockey posters. I loved hockey. And then I have this huge Antonio Banderas poster. And he's looking at it, and he's like, hun, you never really liked Antonio Banderas, did you? And I was like, no, not really. And he's like, but you have a huge picture of him on your wall. And then he, with a bolt of lightning, he looked over. And let me start by saying, I was very late to the party. I didn't go through puberty till about 17, okay? I was very much like playing Barbies at 14 while everyone else was playing doctor. And he said, you didn't actually like Tony B. This was the first poster you found. And all of your friends had posters in their rooms of boys. And I immediately took me back to high school, and I was like, that was the first poster I found. Oh my gosh, you know my soul. It's true. He really pegged me.
Wow.
I learned a lot about myself that trip.
All right, so let's talk about the Good Place. Really, really funny, great cast.
Yeah.
And
Ted Danson.
Yes, Ted Danson, who I love.
He's a national treasure.
Yes. And the guy that you were acting with just now in that clip?
William Jackson Harper, who no one really knows yet, but he is so incredibly charismatic and such a good actor. And that clip, which you may not understand because it's from our 3rd episode,
show is about the afterlife. So my character wakes up after she's passed away and she's told, this is your bliss, your utopia, your afterlife. She gets shown around to her house and very quickly realizes this is a case of mistaken identity and I'm not supposed to be here. And Ted Danson's character is talking to me like I was some human rights lawyer that saved a bunch of kids, which I didn't. I was a very average, selfish person. So I have to hide my identity, and every time I act selfishly in the good place, things malfunction, like the tree blew up. And I have to basically learn how to be good. And my soulmate, who is William Jackson Harper, is an ethics professor, was an ethics professor on Earth. So he's tasked with teaching me how to be good and all these ethics lessons.
It's a great idea for a show, and it's really, really clever, too.
Yeah, it's so funny, and it's actually about something, which is what's cool. It combines my two favorite things, which is comedy and figuring out how to be a good person.
Being a good person, yes. You don't have to figure it out. You're a good person. You're doing something really, really good with this. Talk about this new project that you're doing.
Yeah, well, so it's a company called This Bar Saves Lives, which I'm involved in. One of my best friends said to me a couple years ago, why is there no give back in food? Why is there no one-for-one? How can we treat severe acute malnutrition people need it in the world? So we created this delicious granola bar. This is actually my favorite, the dark chocolate cherry sea salt.
I like the peanut butter one.
Yeah, the dark chocolate peanut butter sea salt's good too. And this one tastes like a Rice Krispie treat. But so for every bar purchased, we donate a life-saving nutritional packet to a child in need. And we just passed our million mark of donating 1 million packets, which is the equivalent of helping save 8,000 lives.
Wow.
And it's great 'cause they're getting more popular, and you can now get them at Target, and you can get them at Thrive Market, which is one of my favorite places. You can get it online. You can get like healthy organic groceries for wholesale. So, and Thrive Market is actually doing a $10,000 giveaway. I mean, a $10,000 meal giveaway. So if you go to Thrive Market now, they'll give you free bars and they'll give away 10,000 meals.
That's amazing. So you can go to our website for more information, and everyone in the audience is getting a 5-year Thrive Market membership and a $200 Visa gift card. So, our first guest accidentally fell asleep with a beauty mask on her face, and when she woke up, this happened.
Oh! Oh, God! Ah! Oh, my God! Ah! What the f***? Oh! Oh, my God! Woo! Oh, my God! Holy what the was I thinking? My skin's soft. Got mine on my face burning.
From Glen Burnie, Maryland, please welcome 17-year-old Cachet Rayner. Touch your skin because it looks so soft. Can I touch your skin? Oh, it's so soft. It's beautiful. It really is. It's very, very soft. Okay, so nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. What were you thinking? So did you put it on thinking you're just going to close your eyes for a while? It was right before you went to sleep? Like all night long you slept with it?
No, I actually slept with it for an hour, just an hour.
Just an hour, 1 hour. And you had never tried that product?
No, I had seen it online, like on YouTube, and I'm like obsessed with makeup and stuff. So when I seen everyone trying, I was like, okay, maybe I should try it.
And what did it advertise that it was going to do?
It's supposed to take away like pores, like blackheads, pimples, and
Rip them
everything
right
like
off.
that.
Yeah.
Right off.
Yeah. Like the first 3 layers of your skin. So there's.
I was terrified.
That was only an hour. Wow. Yeah. So you obviously were in pain.
I was in a lot of pain.
How long did it take? We saw a time lapse, but how long did it take you to?
It took about like 3 minutes to take off, but I cut like a little bit of the video out.
Well, that's.
It's too much.
Yeah, that's
ripping off the worst Band-Aid ever.
Yeah. You for a minute looked like you were gonna try to rip it off, but the whole thing came off in one. Like it was like Formica. It was really all together, right? So So you post everything, which is why you record. You thought,
Yeah.
okay, this is going to be painful. I'm going to record it and I'm going to post it.
When I had woke up and I went to the bathroom and I tried to peel it off, I was like, oh my God, this is not coming off. What am I supposed to do? I was like, I should record this.
Right.
And I have recorded it and I started to peel it off and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in so much trouble.
Yeah, yeah. And then it was like viewed like 20 million times.
Yeah, I had fell asleep again, and when I had woke up, I had 50,000
Man, you sleep a
retweets.
lot, huh?
I try to sleep as much as I can. I had woke up and I had like 50,000 retweets, and I was like, oh my gosh, this has to be a dream. Like, I don't have these many followers. I never had this many retweets in my life. My mom was calling me, family was calling me, like, are you okay? Are you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, so you go to school the next day and people must have, so had everyone seen it?
Everyone. I had went to school. Everyone was coming up to me like, oh my gosh, Cachet, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. The principals and the administrators had called me in. They were laughing. My principal was like, I've never laughed so hard in my life. Like, it was tears coming down. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy you guys are laughing at my pain. That's
Right,
great,
right.
You know?
Did you save that mask? Because that mask has made you very famous.
I should have saved it after how much it took off.
Have you tried another mask since then?
Actually, no, I didn't try another mask. I mean, it did its job, though. My skin's really soft now.
Yeah.
I haven't worn makeup as much in anything.
Yeah.
My skin glows and everything.
It
so I
sure
really
does.
loved it.
But I'm going to give you
It's
some.
worth it.
I'm going to give you some masks to try, and if they don't go well, post them. But here, Andy has a bunch of different kind of masks for you to try.
Thank you. I'll make sure I post
All of
every
them. You know what? And rate them too. You know, put one and then rate them and see how they go, right?
Yes.
All right. And then one thing, when you run out of those, we have a $5,000 Amex gift card.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back with an incredible 23 gold medals. Our next guest is the greatest Olympian of all time. Take a look.
The greatest swimmer of all time, Michael Phelps.
The man has finished the greatest Olympian, more medals, gold medals than any other Olympian, past or present.
I mean, you just must get that everywhere you go. We're all very proud of you.
Thank
so
you.
thank you. I mean, really, what a representation you are for us.
So it was a fun 20 years. I mean, and it's crazy. Like, everything started with a dream of being an Olympic champion, and kind of being able to have that first opportunity in '04, and just building from there. They just kept on coming, so it's good. Hard work does pay off.
It all starts with a dream, though.
That's right.
It really
That's
does.
right.
You have to. Go ahead.
You won 6 medals, right? And you have a total of 28?
28 total, 23 gold.
What do you do with all those medals?
It's actually kind of wild. Like, I have probably seen them all together maybe twice. I don't bring them out very often. You know,
You brought one today?
I brought one today. I actually never go in public with these, ever. Like, I don't ever travel with them.
Why? Is it? You
So,
think it's bad juju, or?
No, it's just something that I've never done. You know, like we were
that.
saying, like, it started with a dream.
Heavy.
Those are heavy.
Very heavy.
The real ones are heavy.
Yeah, this is really heavy.
You can take it out if you want.
No, I'm not going to touch it. It's amazing. Now, do they all come in this little box, or did you have that made?
The ones from Rio all came in those boxes.
Wow, that's amazing.
So we get separate boxes for everyone.
So they're all, you said you don't take them out much, but they're all together someplace.
Correct.
And just hidden, like in a safe, I would hope, or something.
They're in a secret place where probably 2 people in the world know where they are.
Where?
You're not one of the 2 people.
Yeah, yeah. She just thought she could trick you.
Yeah, I know.
She's sneaky like that. Hey, why don't you tell everybody how much you like the Olympics and if you watched and stuff?
Well, I did.
So you didn't watch?
I did watch.
Listen.
My husband is a huge fan of the Olympics. It's on 24/7, mainly because he likes the human form, both male and female, and he frames everybody's bodies. That's
Okay.
beside the point. Listen, here's the thing.
Listen to this.
I'm unimpressed because you guys make it look too easy.
Hop in the pool with us.
When I watch, this
Come
is
on
my
in.
problem. When I watch TV, when I watch the Olympics, I think, I can do this. I mean, you make it look so easy that when I watch it, my ego goes bananas. 'Cause you have to have a real person competing so we can see the difference.
So many people have told me in the last like 2 weeks, they're like, there are 2 empty lanes on each side. Put some
My
random
dad!
person in there.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Or you.
how it is.
Or me.
Yeah. I
You guys
tried.
are more than
we'll
welcome
see.
to hop in and
I know.
and
I
go
tried to
for
get
it.
her to go with you today, and or it's her kid's first day of school or something like that. So
I know, kids are the worst.
we are going to put Andy in the pool with you later today
Yes, I'm
because we're
looking
doing
forward
this
to it.
segment called Average Andy, and Andy's going to learn how to do.
I might teach him butterfly, which will look
Oh, that'd be great.
amazing on camera.
Yes, butterfly.
A couple different ways.
Looks like you're just drowning.
Yes,
Butterfly is
yes.
impossible. to
It'll
do.
be. I've heard and watched some of the segments with Average Andy, so it'll be
Yes.
fun watching him try to swim butterfly. It's not the easiest stroke.
Is that the
and
hardest for you?
It's the stroke. Like I made my first Olympics in 2000 in the 200 fly, so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of our family has always been good at butterfly, so
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I have gotten okay at.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be fun to try to teach him how to do.
Well, you make it look very easy
Yeah, you do.
not.
to
It's
do.
not easy.
You make it look very easy, and it messes with my head. And you have a kid, right?
I do.
Your kid,
Yes.
Boomer, right?
Boomer is here.
Was in the stands.
He was in the stands.
Was
He had
that
headphones
wonderful?
on most of the time. He loves the water. He absolutely loves the water. We have to heat it to a certain temperature, so he gets
What's
in.
the temperature?
Like 85, 86.
That's what
a little
we.
warm.
No, that's how we keep it. I love it warm like that.
But it's tough because Arizona's a little hot, so.
Oh,
when
so it's not
like
refreshing.
120, and
Yeah.
you get into 85-degree water. It's not that great, but he
He needs
loves
his own
being-
pool then. He needs his own little pool.
He has. I guess he can take the little hot tub area.
Yeah.
We'll put that to 85, but he just like kind of flaps around, and he loves being in the water. He feels the best. He's so relaxed in the water, so it'll be fun looking forward
Yeah, he looks very
to
casual.
the future.
Wow, he's very cool. I have a gift for him because he really is going to be a swimmer, I'm sure of it, and he should have his own pool.
Okay.
So let's bring out Boomer's gift. He's got his own.
That's amazing.
Yeah. He's got. Come on.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
His own little suit.
And a little swim cap. That's cute, right? We're going to play a game.
Okay.
And so we're going to take a break. We'll play a game, and you can go to our website to learn about the Michael Phelps Foundation, and we'll be right back. Sunday night, our next guest won the Emmy Award for his HBO show Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Take a look. Please welcome John Oliver. Well, you said if you won, you were going to do some whiskey, and that's what you wanted. So
Do some whiskey.
Yes.
That is the preferred term, isn't it? Is this real?
It is. Do you? Is that what
Do
you
it.
like? Do the
Do it.
whiskey.
I will.
Do the whiskey. Do
I
the
do
whiskey.
succumb to peer pressure.
Do the whiskey. That's
Careful what you wish for.
good. Yeah. Is that what you drink?
Well, it's opened my nasal passages.
Yeah.
That's the point, isn't it?
Yes. But is that what you drink?
It is. Yeah,
It is?
I like
Is it
that.
the 18? I said they should have gotten you an older year, probably.
I think 12 is what I deserve.
Okay, no, I don't think so. Congratulations.
Thanks, Helen.
So,
Thank you very much.
best talk show variety.
Thank you very much. Very exciting.
We were both saying today, we both are huge fans.
We are absolutely obsessed with your show in my household. My husband and I actually re-watch episodes because you crack open our brains to a point that makes us almost uncomfortable that we didn't have that amount of information, and it's so digestible because it's comedic.
Oh, thanks.
I can't say enough
We
good
work
things. Yeah,
we work really hard, and we do we aim to crack brains and then fill them.
Yes.
With, as you can see, silly puppets at the very least.
No, it really is. It's very clever, and you really do. You talk about such a wide range of topics that are all important and all things that we should know about. And Trump being one of them. You talk about Trump a lot, and that was a whole brilliant thing, the Trump thing that make America Trump again, right?
Make Donald Trump again.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a really clever, and that got a lot of attention.
Well, we were just trying to separate the man from the brand, because the brand everyone knows, but you have to remember there is a human being, hypothetically, underneath that brand.
Yes.
And it's worth trying to analyse what that human being is.
Yes, yes, it is. And do you think that, I mean, I think the Republican Party is going to be forever changed because of him being the nominee.
Sure, they've all had to pick a lane, and, you know, it's very easy. We'll see. Now, whatever happens in November, the kind of toxic poison that has been introduced from this campaign isn't going away. So, yeah, I think that's the Republican Party are going to have some reckoning to do after this.
But like you do talk about, you say whatever you feel like saying. It seems like HBO is not censoring you at all.
They don't care. I think they don't care. They have much bigger concerns than they have dragon issues. HBO. So as long as the dragons are okay, everything's fine.
Yeah.
We are a very small fly next to the gigantic dragon circus.
Well, they'll be paying a lot more attention to you now. I mean, obviously, not that that's the truth. That of course, they're paying attention to you.
They're incredibly supportive, but they just let us get on with it.
Yeah,
they're the greatest.
Which is why the show is so great, because you really do say things that that a lot of people don't say and should be saying.
We like to take the First Amendment to its most appalling logical conclusion.
No, you're taking in a safe way. You're doing it the right way, because the First Amendment is important, and you're doing it the right way. I was just told that you were named one of the 25 sexy celebrities from Rolling Stone magazine.
That cannot be true.
Yeah.
By any biological metric, that can't be true.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah!
There you are.
I just think, unfortunately, that photo undercuts the headline. That's the problem.
Yeah, no.
Unless it's all looking unconventional people that you might want to give a second look at and realise, well, OK, he's fine.
No, that is not true.
You're underestimating how sexy Smarts
I
is.
think I have a pretty good sense of how sexy I am, and it's low even with a television show.
No, and I heard that you're a huge Project Runway fan.
I am. I love that show.
So I got you something because you're fashionable. I know you watch Project Runway.
watch it
You're
all the
sexy.
time.
So, you have it.
I've got it. I've got it.
What have you got?
Come on, do something. You're the
What is it?
host. It's a jacket, and inside the jacket.
Nice.
Yeah, right?
See, now, that is a man who knows how to dress.
Yeah.
That is a sharp, natty dresser.
He makes it work.
And so do you. This blazer is for you now, and now
Thank you.
we know when we see that on you that's underneath.
I'll be having Tim Gunn happily behind me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, last week, tonight with John Oliver airs Sunday nights at 11 on HBO. We'll be right back. There's 23-time Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps, Emmy Award winner John Oliver, and our co-host for the day, Kristen Bell. And we have 3 of you here today, so we thought we're going to play Foot Flickers. And the rules are simple. We're just going to take turns. You're going to kick this until it sticks. Kick it till it sticks. And what are they playing for today, Andy?
A toaster oven.
A toaster oven.
I'll take it.
All right, let's see. No pressure, but we played it last week, and this is what Katie Ledecky did. All right. Who would like to go first?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Where are we starting from? That side or this side?
Whatever side.
I'm righty.
You pick one ball.
Start from here?
No, you're just doing one at a time. So you start with this one. You start with the yellow one, and then we'll see.
I'm on the board. Go for it.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Well, it was high. That was good. It was
There was a little bit of ups.
good.
That was okay. That was
The height
okay. That
was
was a
good.
good warm up.
You can't kick hard.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Let me get my microphone situation straight. I'm having a
right. Are you feeling differently about the Olympics when you're looking at people? It's so easy.
This is a lesson for me.
Everything's so easy.
It's a very good lesson for me. Unreal.
That's right.
On that.
We'll be right back. I want to thank my co-hosts, Kristen Bell, John Oliver, and Michael Phelps. I'll see you tomorrow. Be kind to one another, everybody. Bye-bye.